Hello, it's Noelle with Noelle Rollins Art. I am going to talk to you today about how to mentally and emotionally figure out if you're ready to go into business for yourself. At least in something like arts or creative world or something outside of what so many people around us consider the normal 9-to-5 job. So I feel like I'm a pretty good example of someone who I've been an artist for 20 years. I have painted and drawn since I could. I was little when I knew I wanted to be an artist. I went to school for it. I took all the art classes I could in school, junior high, high school. Went on to get my degree in graphic design. And so I feel like the people around me growing up, my immediate family, have all been very supportive. They accepted long ago that I was going to be an artist. They've lovingly embraced it and supported me in that journey. So it was a little unexpected then when the last 5 years, I feel like people that have kind of come into my life really had so much judgments about it. I wasn't prepared for that. I had never really faced that, I guess. So I've done a lot of working through that, and I'd love to help you save some of the heartache that I've had to go through. So some of what I've faced is people that maybe met me the last 5-10 years as I've been raising children and doing art part-time, working from home, definitely have their ideas of what that means. Some think that that means you just sit there all day and don't do anything. Other people think you need to go get a real job. Other people think that, I have actually heard, staying home and raising your children and working from home is lazy. So I must not be doing anything and that I should go get a job and put my kids in daycare like the rest of the real world. I have heard just that I need to kind of go along with what everyone says society should do. Quit thinking I'm special. Quit thinking I get to do my own way. And I'm someone who I tend to take criticism and I kind of let it sit for a little while and I feel it out. I think of if that's true or not. Is there any truth in what they're saying? And in these cases, I really had to say, no, there's not truth in that. I am far from lazy. I am far from sitting at home doing nothing. I'm one of the hardest working people I know. Up hours and hours past when my children go to sleep at night, working all day, working at the office, and really going for it, going for my dreams. And really, that's required me to dig deep. It's required me to get to know myself at a level that, admittedly, I could have found easier journeys. I could have went and worked a job for somebody and never had to do the level of soul searching that I am doing in order to get to where I know I want to get to. So, what I say to do with that and what I have started doing these last couple years is, 1, examine if there is any truth in that. Maybe there is truth. Maybe you are taking advantage of people around you, and maybe you are being lazy and using being an artist as an excuse. If you can rule that one out, then don't listen to them. If you can rule out that you should be doing something else, if you know that you know that you are on this earth to spread your messages through your artwork or other creative means, then own it. Feel good and connect with that and surround yourself with support for that. One thing that I have done that has been life-changing for me is really found my tribe, so to say. And that is people that love me for me. They support me. They know my heart. They know what I'm after. And they are there to keep encouraging me as, every once in a while someone may say something bad. And oftentimes these people that are saying bad things, as I've learned, are more projecting their judgments and their views of their world and their fears onto me. Just as someone might say, if someone says, I'm going on vacation to so-and-so, somewhere far away. A lot of people might actually say to that person, are you sure? Is it safe? Oh my goodness, what are you doing? And they judge that. Well, it's probably out of fear. They probably don't know if it's safe. They maybe haven't done a lot of traveling themselves. They haven't seen the world. So I think it's important to kind of take it in stride a little bit, just like you would do if you were traveling somewhere someone didn't know about. Number 2 or 3 or whatever number we're on is you need to know and surround yourself with positive information and knowledge. And what I mean by that is you have to be a go-getter. You have to be somebody who wants to learn the best way to do things. You are accumulating knowledge out of every situation. I feel like I'm a person that every movie I see, every song I hear, every book I read, I try to learn a lesson from it. Even if it's a what not to do or a little teeny insignificant or seemingly insignificant part, I try to learn from that and take that with me. And I think that's important. A friend of mine recently posted a blog about Michelle Berg. She posted a blog about how she was just kind of feeling down and a little funky, and she really took a look around and realized that she was filling herself up on so much like crap. And I'm not talking about like eating, I'm talking about reality shows and drama and stuff, to where she didn't have room after all that other stuff for all the good stuff she needed. And so once she kind of took inventory of that and started really putting the good stuff first, she said it changed. Her whole mood changed. She filled up on all of the positive, things that we can surround ourselves with, and good knowledge and good books and good, there's tons of good blog shows out there, or talk radio shows, or CDs or movies. Fill up on those first, and then if you have room extra, then, if you want to indulge in some reality TV, go for it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but if you can be getting the knowledge and the inspiration you need just as part of your day-to-day kind of routine in your life, it will make things so much easier later. Another step I would say is find a few other people that are on that journey that can kind of go through it with you. And don't view them as competition. View them as like learning partners, that you're in this together. Subscribe to their blogs maybe. And the people that I find that I get the most out of are people actually in a little bit different industries. They're not exactly my competition, so I don't immediately go into, oh no, they're doing it better than me, and why am I not as good as them, or they sell more. I don't go into that place in my mind of comparison. I go into learning. So if you find other bloggers that are doing things good, take tips. How could you improve what you're doing? Don't get into the caught up in the never-ending comparing game, or everyone else is succeeding and I'm failing. Don't do that. It's not fair. Don't even go there. But learn what you can from people. I'm going to talk more about networking and different online groups in another session, so I'll tell you all about that. But that's been a great thing for me. Let's think what else I want to tell you about this. I think a big thing is, especially when it's something that's a craft, like an art, or say you're a woodworker or a songwriter, whatever it may be, you have to know and find a way to know in your soul and through every part of you that you're worth that. You're worth taking time and creating a space in life for you to create that. And I mean, that may seem like a duh thing, but what I've noticed in my own life is I've had to kind of step up a little bit in carving out space for me to be at work. It's really easy for my family to need me all the time and me never to want to leave, and I'd be perfectly happy. Mostly happy. I love my work time too, but I have discovered that I need that time, and I need to declare that I'm worth that time and my career is worth that time for me to come to the office and be creative. Put the energy into stuffing the prints and mailing things and and doing things that are someday things, writing press releases and writing, updating my websites or my blogs, things that no one's going to make you do when you own your own business. So you have to make you do it. It's important, and if you don't do it, it's telling everyone else that you don't think you're worth it, and they're not going to make you worth it in their eyes. And when I say worth it, I mean professionally, not as a person, not as a human being. Of course you're worth it. But you need to put your business up there in the priority of your daily life. So I am going to talk more about, in my next session, but some of the actual concrete things I had to go through and learn and do and put into place before I opened my studio. Even with 20 years of art experience, when I opened the doors to the studio, if I wouldn't have been somewhat prepared, I can't imagine the overwhelm I would have felt. I felt overwhelmed with how busy things got, just even with having done all of these things. So I would just encourage you to check that video out and learn what you can from it. So I love being able to share any lessons I'm learning on my own journey to kind of creating my most authentic, creative, soulful life that I can. So I'd love for you to check out my website at www.noellerawlinsart.com. Say hello, tell me what you think, and join me for another video. I look forward to talking with you then. Have a great day. Bye.